Hello and welcome to another episode of What the Fuck Foods. I'm really sorry that I haven't been uploading on a regular basis. For almost the last 4 months, with the exception of June, I have been out of work and I've been really watching my money. A wonderful friend that I met in Xiamen is letting me stay at her apartment rent-free. So shout out to Stephanie for keeping me from being homeless in China. And I have been doing really well during the 4-month period. I had enough money saved, so I was okay, but I also didn't go crazy with my spending. And I also tried not to buy anything that wasn't necessary, so I spent money on groceries. I got off work today and I actually felt motivated. I found some resources at my job which will make my job and my life a little bit easier. No, it's not pot. But I don't know if it was that or maybe it was the Coke I had at lunch. Coke Zero. I'm not a junkie. But I felt that I really should not be spending my money on food that I might not like. I don't like wasting food. I don't like wasting money. I don't like wasting anything. And I didn't know when I'd get back to work. I didn't know if I'd get back to work in June or September, but it is July 2nd and I've been at work for about 3 weeks now. So I felt like I could actually go out and buy some food to do What the Fuck Foods again. So the food that I chose was seaweed with pumpkin seeds. Now the reason I chose the seaweed with the pumpkin seeds is because decades ago I read The Black Stallion by Walter Farley. And he had a scene in there where the male protagonist, not the horse, it's some 14-year-old kid, he and this horse end up stranded on a deserted island. And the kid remembers that his biology teacher had brought in seaweed for them to try. And it was edible, maybe not delicious, but it was edible and it had a lot of nutrients in it. So he's on this deserted island and he decides to try seaweed because there's like tons of it. So he rinses it off in fresh water so it's not super salty from the ocean. And he eats it. And he survives. I don't know if the horse eats it. I can't remember. But anyway, he eats the seaweed and he survives. And I thought, well, I saw this at Sun Given Foods. And I believe it was like $9.90 or $14.90. And I think $9.90 is basically $9.90 kwai. I think if the math is correct, it's like $1.38, $1.38.5, 1.386. Anyway, I thought, okay, so I'm working again. I think I can spend $1.38.5 on a package of seaweed. But that's to give you an idea of how tight I've been with my money, honestly. There were times I was terrified. Not like I was down to my last $100, but if you don't know when you're getting back to work and you're not earning any money, or if you are getting money from your employer, it's not a whole lot of money, yeah, you get kind of scared and cheap and stingy and miserly. So anyhow, hopefully that's over. And so let's check out this seaweed and see what it tastes like. So I said it was $1.38 American and oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so basically it's, I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not. But basically it's a bag full of seaweed pieces that look like this. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a very dark green. It's about the size of maybe a wheat thin or something. But let's try it. They're not bad. They're not bad. They have a nice crunchy taste, but not like if you bite into it, it's going to pierce your gum crunchy. Because I've eaten potato chips like that, and you gotta be careful sometimes, because if you chew it and there's like part of a chip that's really sharp, it'll like gouge you in the gums, and it's painful. So this is actually pretty good. It has a mild fish taste to it, which makes sense because it does come from the ocean. They don't really smell like anything. They don't smell like fish. They don't smell like fish. But yeah, these do have pumpkin seeds in them. So actually, these aren't bad. Of the what the fuck foods that I've had, this is actually pretty good. And I'm going to add some salt to it. So I love salt. And I don't think these are very salty, honestly. I've never had seaweed before, so I'm not sure how to describe the taste to you. It tastes a little bit fishy, just a little bit. But if someone blindfolded me and said, eat this, I would have to honestly say that the seaweed actually has kind of a green taste. I mean, if I'd never seen this and someone just said, here, eat this, I would probably have said it tastes green. It has a very green kind of, not fresh greens, obviously, because these are like dried, but it has a green taste to them. I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all, but actually, they taste green, and they're supposed to be super healthy. These don't have, I don't think, any salt on them at all. So what I might do is put a little salt in the bag and shake it up. It has a nice Ziploc resealable thing, but these are actually good. I think I can actually see myself eating like a whole bag of these and washing it down with Coca-Cola, which isn't healthy, but whatever. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. Really, I am. So anyway, yeah, don't know what brand this is, but seaweed crisps with pumpkin seeds, $1.38 American, 9.90 kwai at your local Sun Given Foods or maybe like a health food place. But if you see these on the shelf, just like seaweed crisp, I mean, if it looks like this, you know, give them a shot, because they're actually pretty good, and they might give you that satisfying crunch that you need without, you know, going through a whole bag of potato chips. And these actually are healthy, and with the pumpkin seeds, that makes them even more healthy. So I like this. These are good. These are good. You know, seaweed's an important commodity in China when you go to Walmart, and there's actually an aisle devoted to seaweed. But these I got at Sun Given Foods, which is kind of an upscale grocery store. I think they have better quality food than Walmart. Next time I go to Walmart, I might see if they do have these. I'm sure they have something similar, but maybe not as good tasting. But yeah, this is one of these what the fuck foods that's actually pretty good. So, next up, children boiled dumplings. Children boiled dumplings actually sounds horrible.